Hey, okay, welcome. Today, back in on the Forex markets as per. Last couple of days have been a little bit flat for the markets, to be honest, after Friday's chaos. So we've got Tuesday, Monday, Friday. So Thursday and Friday was quite bad for the news, or good for the news, depends on which way it went. And then you can see Monday and Tuesday have been a little... Sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Thursday. Christ. So Friday, yes, as I was saying, was a day, that's for sure. Bad for the Great British Pound. Everything plummeted. Had a recovery, and then on Monday, and now we're just flatlining. Anyway, so we're just going to run through and see if we can update some any sort of support resistance that's sort of making from this new week. To be honest, look how bad that is. The British pound has not been so weak. Where are we? There. January 2001. And it's been quite busy in this area. Mind you, that's where it topped out there, but it's been quite busy in this area for pretty much a year. What's that? It's March 20. So yeah, so pretty much the whole year was around about there. Pretty much the whole of this year it's around about there. So we can possibly expect the same for this pair. But as it stands at the minute, there's nothing really happening. So effectively we're ignoring it. I'm not really going to do any extra drawings or specials on that one. Euro USD. So over the last week we sort of smashed through that previous support and resistance that I've marked out. You can see that all of these ones up here are just irrelevant now in that sense. It's just bouncing down, bouncing down, bouncing down. So we're potentially making a new one here. So I'm just going to whack in a new line there. Might adjust that slightly to about here. It's kind of gap in the same sort of distance, to be fair. Same amount of like value range. So I think that's a bigger gap there, isn't it? We'll leave it for now. There's no real bottom necessarily. All we know is that it's resistance all the way down. Even if it ranges, it's still resistance on the way down. So we'll leave that for now. I'll tell you actually. Just realised that some of that might have been off the screen actually. I forgot where my edge was. Apologies for that. So I'm tempted to do something like that, even though it's already broke out of it. Just because the correction phase is likely to bounce back off of it. And then we'll sit in the range, which would be in that area, effectively. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll draw the box in. Oh, I've got another little one in there, haven't I? There we go. So yeah, I'll draw the box in, and we reckon that we're probably going to range for a bit, unless it smashes right through it. Anyway, moving on. Euro, Aussie. Don't quite like this for the minute. That's kind of a better range, even though it's just broke the top. Oh, excuse me. I do wonder actually if you've got the sound. It says it's recording it like the music, I mean. Because last stream I had music playing and couldn't hear it. But I have changed the settings. So, well, it's definitely pushing up still, but it's bounced and rechecked. You could potentially put the top of it here, really. We'll see. We'll leave it for now. not so keen. We'll see, because we're going to go down to the 15 minutes anyway, but definitely at that point. Yeah. EuroCAD. Let's extend that. You can see our resistance box was pretty much perfectly placed for a bounce point, especially after a big shock of news. Recovering, but then we're holding the bottom side of that effectively trend line. I'm going to drag this one over. I'm not happy with it in terms of positions. I feel like it's just not quite right, but I'll tap it to the top of that. Where are we on the left side? Yeah. Or it could come down to there. It's about that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do actually. Let me just see if I can move my screen. The thing is, you won't actually see what pair I'm on. If I do that, it gives me just a little bit more room. There. I just noticed that I keep ending up being off the side of the screen for the right hand side. Because like I say, I mean, I've still got about a third of my monitor to the right. But I've just zoomed in more on the chart because I've got such a ultra wide. It messes with it. Right, let's lock that in place. Yeah, we'll lock that in place and leave it as that. It gives me just a little bit more room, doesn't it? Anyway, I feel like that's more of the bounce point for the bottom of it. That's more for the top of it. We'll see what happens with that. I feel like on this one we could potentially draw a trend line in. Ever since we broke that range at the top there. Yeah, maybe. Okay. I'm gonna have to get used to being on the left hand side of the screen. I mean, I could. Things I can't full screen it just because the. If I full screen my monitor onto here, the way that it scales it to 1080, all of this text up here would be so small you wouldn't see it. Plus it would be grainy. It's probably grainy anyway. It's supposed to be at 1080, but God knows if it is. Last two have been a little bit shoddy. Anyway, yeah, so we're definitely making our way down. I feel like we've got a slight correction to bounce. We might be able to catch a small movement up, given that this is 4 hour time frame. So it's like 54, yeah, 54 pips or so. Back up to that resistance. I feel like we're going to come up to here, around that point there where we all meet, and then it will carry on back down again. Right, next one, the Euro Swede, Swissy Swiss. Yeah. This is kicking about again, isn't it? It's just not sure. That's not Swiss, that's the old JPY. Did I go too far? No. Okay, British pound. Yeah. So this has been here for ages. If I go to my weekly, can't see, the sun's so bright on my screen. Oh. It's pretty much been on like a falling wedge. I mean, that's 09, like a decade. And it definitely broke. Definitely broke the bottom. But you can see that it's broke it and now it's recovering back for this week, which is a good start. But if it bounces, which it looks like it's doing because it's long wicking, and where are we? Thursday. So we've only got like a day left on the market, day and a half including today. So as long as that finishes blue, we've got a long wick, which is generally a good sign for a turnaround. So you often get you get wicks at the bottom of the turnaround, wick at the top here. This like double top almost, where it tried, failed. So you got your long wick, down. Nothing at the top of that one. But looking at this, you can see it doesn't always mean that it's going to reverse, because that's a long wick. And it's at a pivot point. It's like a small range for a few weeks. Long wick at the top of that pivot point from the left there, but broke through in the next couple of weeks. There's no guarantee. It could literally just do this and then just smash itself to pieces. But anyway, yeah, so I'm not sure about this, to be honest, in terms of direction. We'll have to just follow some signals, if they're good signals, or it's started to make a move when we go down to the 15-minute. Where are we at here? Again, drop in, range, bad news, recovery. We're getting to that point there. So we've got potential to come back up to here. You can see it actually wicked to there perfectly. I hadn't noticed that before. Okay. I feel like it's very easy, given that we're on the 4 hourly, it's very easy over the next day or two to finish Friday at the top there and then leave everybody in a state of limbo as to what the hell is going to happen. CAD's done exactly the same. Look, hit that there. I wonder what's going to happen here. Excuse me. I think all of the British pairs are going to just look the same. They've all got that resistance point. They've all wicked here. They've all double wicked there. It's exactly the same maneuver for the price point, just how close they are to their previous support level, which is now probably a resistance level. Hopefully not. Hopefully it'll smash back through. Last one, British Jippy. Well, last pound pair. Yeah, it did kind of follow that quite well. Broke out, hit the top. So that would have been possible longs there. That is a short and a half, isn't it? Looks like crypto the way that's fallen off. Anyway, USD CAD. Yeah, we could drag that back just historically and see. So there is a potential. That's pushing back down. I'm gonna lie. I feel like I see that. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to drag this one out a bit further as well, because I do feel like this gap here, which obviously it's from up the top here now, if it breaks that potential line of resistance here, like a trend line, if it breaks it, it'll likely come back down to this range and either break in and start ranging, or it'll retest, bounce to there. Yeah. It's hard to say if we're looking for shorts on this or not. It all depends on just how strong the dollar gets, to be honest, the American dollar. Anyway, let's move on. I'm gonna have to zoom in a little bit on this one. Give it the line. There we go. Right, I'm gonna get rid of these. They're not quite accurate, effectively. I feel like actually, what's more accurate? I'd say that's more accurate. There's a beat, mate. Aussie dollar. Can I drag that line anywhere? Not particularly. What about from up top here? Can I drag that line anywhere? It's very messy. Just delete that for now. Delete that one for now as well. I've got a lot going on. It just feels like it's getting flatter. Now it's broken. I feel like that's the right line. Because it is tipping down it, and just get like small. Although if it does break it, it's likely to just go back up to this one. Yeah. So it's the same thing again. It broke, but it bounced back to this line. Okay. I do feel like it could make it down to here. And by the looks of that 4 hour, it's struggling. 2 seconds, I've got to close the curtains, I can't see anything. Cool. Oh, just give me the hiccups, as right. That's much better. I can see my screen. Right. Oh, I've got to have a full desk rearrange, move over. I mean, there's nothing on it really, but it's just got to slide everything over. Okay. So, concentration back to where we was. Safe to say, Australian Swiss has been on a bit of a down. I'm just going to leave it there. It's not fully accurate. It's not touching as many points as it can, but it is proving the point of a downtrend with resistance. Okay. Well, that's potentially bottoming out. We've had a couple of times where it's not broke out. Here you can see it continued, checked, broke, continued, checked, broke. But at this point you can see it was testing the resistance box that I've got here. again, tested that resistance box, but now it's officially broke down, running out of steam. I feel like we're probably going to have something similar to this, where we're going to get a little bit of a bump, 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 and it's either going to botch that down or and up. Cool, that one looks pretty good. One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a noise gate back on. Just leave it at that basic threshold, and I'll see if it picks up or doesn't, or sounds terrible. Just going to turn the volume up as well. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so we can see on this that it's definitely pushing itself up, but being held off. So, last couple of pairs. Okay, so it's still holding that. Like, this line has been going for a very long time. Been going for a while, that's for sure. I'm going to get rid of that. Potentially. Well, would you look at that? Not that you can see it. This is what I mean. The fact that I've just moved this line, and as it's bounced off it. It's almost like crossed over. It's come down, got to the point, like confluence, crossover. Where am I going? And then it's just come back into it. So it's probably like a contraction phase or cycle. And it's going to go into a bigger, what's it called? Like extension. I suppose you could say extension, contraction, and extension. Yeah, and then trend. Whatever. I'm just going to leave that one. I'm going to move that range box, that's for sure. Back it out a little bit. Yeah, we hit the top, broke down, retested, didn't break back in. Hit this point again, tested on the pullback. So that is a bear flag. Breakdown, bear flag, breakdown. In fact, all three of these are bear flags because it's big move down, small recovery, doesn't have a lot of momentum, move down, again recovery, move down. I mean, that bear flag was a couple of days. There'd be people that would see that and be like, "Ooh, it's going long." Just gotta try and be aware of it. Okay, last pair, and then we'll jump down to the 15 minutes, check on the news. Cool. Yeah, so it's hit that bit. Not really sure what I'm going to do with that box. I'm just going to get rid of it. When it's break out of it, it's just not. I mean, there's definitely some sort of parity with the way that that's lining up. I wonder if it's associated with the bottom one in any way. It kind of is. I'll leave that. I'll leave it like that. Okay, anyway, let's tick down to the 15 minutes. See what we got. What are we on? 7 minutes to the hour. What news do we have? Yeah, you see how that you see how the screen is just well off to the right. Oh, whatever. So on the right hand side, I've still obviously got a third of my screen. Where are we? Thursday, 12:30. British News. Okay. So we've got some uncertainty in the market. We've generally got downward pressure, some volume, but then we've also got sell volume. But we've still got the downward. What's the word I'm looking for? Consensus? Not sure. Either way. So I feel like this is a top out, and then it'll turn. Definitely not too messy, too wicky, too sideways. Topped, turning, also kind of starting to range until it decides. But it's a break on a smaller scale because we're looking at 15 minutes, but it's kind of a break, but it's actually just the test on that resistance of the trend line. It's come back down, it's retested, it's failed effectively, and then it's coming back down. So I feel like, we get enough movement and enough pressure to turn the market around, it will carry on down. But I feel like at the minute there's lifting pressure because it's pushing and testing it, and it's almost like a ball flag because it's not pushing straight back down. It's held the momentum up, slowing, and then it's trying to push back up again. There's potential a small move back down to this sort of range here, and then it will come back up to push through. We'll see. I should make notes really to see if my forecasts are correct. Would be interesting. So again, this one here, I feel like that one is actually going. That is going. That's already turned. If you look, it's a very similar come down and pushed up. This one's on its line. This one's a little bit further away from it because it had more of a pullback. Yeah, we got potential on this one. 4 minutes to the hour. I'm not expecting much for 11 o'clock. Funnily enough, this is like obviously USD Swiss franc. It's kind of mirroring the market. I mean, this is a USD pair, so that would explain why, but I like it bouncing. But this at the minute has definitely got some downward pressure. It's broke through my baseline marker, so generally, although that's still pushing up because it's crossed through it, that will generally come over the top and turn around, similar to it has up here. Even though it's still pushing up, but then when the market will change, it will come down. And again here, it broke through, which shows the sign of it stalling or holding up, either reversing or holding up to continue or ranging. It's generally a good marker for that. You can see after nothing happened for some time, it's reversed and come back up, and the market still hasn't done anything. And it's coming straight back through after pretty much going horizontal. I mean, obviously this is overnight. Black bit, which is why I have my session markers. Yeah, we'll see. I feel like it's going down to bounce, but there's definitely lift in the market. So it's almost like a conflicting signal. This one, on the other hand, isn't as flat. It's not as flat as that. So you can see it's gone down and then bumped up, and you can see it's going up and bumped up. Although I do feel like that has turned the corner. You've got some long wicks at the top. Looking at that point here to here. Here it tends to... yeah, I suppose you could say it's similar to that. Come up, a bit messy, but it's come up, bounced, come up. I mean, that's middle of the night, but that's come up, drop down. So yeah, it is swinging. So although we've got a blue candle pushing here, we're losing a bit of volume. The cells. Oh. Yeah, I mean, you could say that. If it breaks through. I mean, I feel like it wants to. But then if that's going to go down, that means that these are going to go up. Like I say, the pressure in the market is pushing it up. Which is the same as the pressure in the market's pushing that up. Pushing it up. And if we go the opposite, it is pushing it down. But we've broken through the baseline. And we've got market pressure going up. So I feel like most USD pairs are potentially on that. They're either on that turnaround or they're going to break through it. And looking at this one, I'm going to say it's breaking through. But it's not very often. I mean, this isn't a big candle, but it's not very often that I'll take a big candle move as my entry. So like this one, big candle move, but you'll always get a pullback on it. It's like a price adjust. A bit like, I don't really know how to explain it, but if it like, you get a big candle, it almost like a rubber band overstretches, so it has to contract again to then continue its journey. I know, look, it's starting to bounce it. Cool. Let's have a look at the pound, shall we? The pound and its pairs. Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's potential by the end of this week that we're actually going to pull back to where we started last week, which was just literally cusping that bottom baseline. Just hopefully we don't treat it like a resistance and continue down. I know the government are actually, well, fucking it up, but they're trying to do some stuff. We're at a point where we could bounce without, or at a point where we could see resistance and push back down. Gosh, that looks like a horrible market to trade, doesn't it? Could I just like... Still, with no signals, or what I would class as a signal, I'm good for it. I think my dog's barking. I'm just going to go and have a look what's going on. Cool. It was the dog, yeah. He just wants to go in the garden. I think it's all doing the same, isn't it? Yeah, there's no point. Oh, excuse me, man. Why am I so like yawny today? I don't know what's going on. I don't feel that tired. I'm all right. Um, yeah, it's not bad. You could kind of see it's a bit of a breakaway candle, but there's no guarantee that that hold its momentum. Good old Euro Swissy. Again, the market just feels a bit messy. I mean, I know we're looking at 15 minutes, which is more volatile. Like, I get that. But it's just still. More corrections. So yeah, we got nothing for the 11 o'clock. 4 minutes past the hour anyway, so. Oh. Oh, that's pretty cool. If I window it, it actually brings it in. I mean, I did that by accident to start, so. Watching the charts, oh yeah. Oh. Well. Loving the beats. I'm just glad I got one of the trades in this morning, to be honest. Not had anything for the rest of the day so far. And technically that is breaking out. We are still below, but it is pushing up still. So we've crossed it and then it's gone sharper. So that does show that although we've crossed it, it's not effectively, if we've crossed through it and then it starts coming over because it gets flat, we know that we're running out of steam. Because it's gone up, it's a bit severe, but because it's gone up, it's generally still holding the momentum. So there's potential that the candles will cross up like that and the line will come round and then be underneath it. Yeah. Not really getting anything. Oh. I'll tell you what I'll do actually. I'll pause the music and then listen to my own stream. And then I can see. So there's no, you have no music. Okay. The answer is no. Ah, I know why. There you go. You should have it now. Should definitely have it now. I'm going to give it a few minutes and I'll go back and check. I I don't know if there's a delay or not on being. Just have a quick check. We've got 2 minutes till 1:15. How are we feeling about the markets? Things are carrying on. Just whether it breaks through that or not. Like for the pound, it's literally on its. Yeah. A lot of uncertainty. That didn't go anywhere for the 15 minutes. It held that line. But it is pushing. See how it's got steeper. I have to see on the next candle because it might turn it back around. It'll pull it back down. Yeah, just literally bouncing, isn't it, until it decides to do something similar. Yeah. Okay. Let's pause the music. And then check my stream to see if. Okay. The answer is no. Yeah, me listening to see if you can hear the music. Yeah. Next step. I might move the screen a little bit. Ah, I know why. There you go. He's good. He's good and he worked it out. Play. I do just want to move that over though. Excellent. So now that's the music. I'll tell you what. I'm going to edit the noise gate. Oh no. I can't remember which way I want to turn it. Let's do. I'll leave it like that so it's a little bit more sensitive. I think that's right. Just hope that it doesn't distort my voice too much. Just gonna leave it. I'll have to do tests when I'm not streaming and I can actually listen to it, like record it and play it back and stuff. For now I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Okie dokie. As to how long we stream for today, no one knows. Probably only got about another 1 or 2 hours anyway before I've got to leave. Yeah, the market is definitely feeling the pressure, isn't it? Pushing down. Whether it can break that line here. Do it. And if it does, it's then got this point here. And the top of that, like it's a constant push down, constant. And so it's going to have to come down, break it, retest and carry on. With momentum like that. Yeah, we'll see. I want to try and make my screen bigger. Can I make my screen bigger? No. Whatever. My recording screen. Not my actual monitor screen. Oh, viewing window? I don't know. Indecisions. Trying to make some money today, actually. Did I? Was that? That's not the pair I traded, was it? I'm losing my mind here. What did I? Oh, I'm such a goon. It was this. Oh. How's it been a long day already? It was the Aussie yen, not USD. I just knew that didn't look right. I had movement. It did. It had a bit of this. Entered the trade here actually. Came down. And when I got the long wick, I left the trade about here. So it had hit target because I'd extended my take profit about here. Obviously it started retracting here. Closed out, but I got a small movement just in case that was the breakaway. I moved my stop loss into profit actually. It's a good job I did because I'd now been running at a loss, hoping that it breaks down. My entry point was here, so I'd literally just be at break even. Still unsure what it wants to do. Always good. What time's 1:30, the end of the month. Might be able to catch that. It's fair. Push it up, come on pound, you can do it. Or not. Which is what crypto's been up to. Not much really. bit flat line. Quite dip this morning, pushing up. Luna's just holding on its support line fairly clearly. Yep. Everything's kind of there, isn't it? What are we doing on the index? S&P 500. Nice. Yeah, going down. Look at that. Oh, I've got 2 S&Ps. Don't know why I've got 2 on there. Nasdaq, is this Nasdaq? Oh. I don't trade it. Have it there to keep an eye on it. Everyone mentions it. American dollar index. The gaps, wow. That's a big jump. Stocks. Oh. Ooh. Crude oil. Doing well, isn't it? Silver and gold, pretty mirrored. And you're off the screen. Whatever. Dun, 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 dun. How do I do this? Go with yes, because I've just done it. Just wanted to send an email to myself, that's all. Oh my gosh. Nothing, there's nothing. Can't see us getting any fresh go through because we're at half past. Yeah, I mean that's clearly going down, and we did call it here. We knew it was going to go down, we could have called it, but it's not like how narrow the range of movement is. Yeah. Correct. Oh, clear. What's going on? I just can't see it yet. It's just not. Another day like Monday and Tuesday, I think. This has made some movement, but it's messy movement. Yeah, look. I can't believe we've got absolutely nothing. We're just sitting there having a little party. Sitting in silence, having a party. Love it. How have I managed that? Oh. Tie my earphone wire up to my trousers. No, just loop round it. I can't believe it's just nothing, absolutely nothing. That's the way it is sometimes, though, isn't it? Just glad I made some money this morning, though. Managed to catch it. Signal caught it. Good enough. It would have made a 1.5, so I'm fine with that. But I've moved my take profit, so that probably took a 1-to-1, which is obviously fine because it's profit. That has pushed back up. Did hold the pressure. Interesting. Do 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 do. Oh, I just don't know. Yeah, I quite like that noise gate, to be honest. So I can sit here and sort of mumble nonsense. It's quite good. Cuts it out if I'm banging on stuff and just making melodic. Melodic? What is that? Oh, I didn't cut that out. Like melody hums and stuff like that. I just don't know. It's really not movement. It's small. Oops. Not guaranteed though, that. Although I do feel like that is now, looking at the candle structure, smashed through it, taking the breather. It's actually going to carry on, you know. Same with that. Same with that. They're all doing it, you know. I think the pound is actually on recovery. Only time will tell. Let's potentially put, what do you reckon? That side of it or that side of it? I feel like that side of it. That's where that wick went to. We're only measuring that just short term, so we'll probably delete it. That wasn't really in the same position. Kind of. Let's just see what happens. Feel like if that turns, oh, but then it's still, you see, the thing is, right, even if it turns and it's like, yeah, look at me go, it's still got to break through this point where it's not broken, turned around, and then it's still got to get through this 109. Don't get me wrong, if you catch the bottom here and you get that move to there, probably quite a good move. So, wow. Oh, look at that. That was a quick little, that's like a dribble of water. Boom. They're all going. Yeah. I liked it. I love that little push just for the end before it ticked over. It's like just so that we could break that little resistance barrier on the majority of everything. Oh. Okay. tell you what I'm going to do actually. We'll check screen with you talking. I just don't know. It's really not. Movement is small. Oops. I sound quite far away from the microphone. I mean, I am. Not guaranteed though that. Although I do feel like that is now, looking at the candle structure, smashed through it, taking the breather. It's actually going to carry on, you know. Same with that. Same with that. They're all doing it, you know. I think the pound is actually on recovery. Only time will tell. Let's potentially put, what do you reckon? That side of it or that side of it? I feel like that side of it. That's where that wick went to. We're only measuring that just short term, so we'll probably delete it. And to be fair, it doesn't sound too. I mean, I'm quite far away from the microphone, which is probably why it sounds like that, but not that bad. Well, oh, just punched and kicked the table. It's all good. Dun, 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 dun. Beautiful. Okay, I'll watch that. We'll stay till 12, I think. And I'll have lunch before it all kicks off. 12:30, 12:45, 1:30. Like it's one after another. It's 8 minutes to 12 now, so I'll sit until 12. Let's see for when this candle finishes. If we get anything, we'll enter it. We might stay live. But if nothing comes, ooh. That has potential. Where would we draw to? Like that's too risky. Potentially there. Yeah, I mean that's a big pivot point, so I feel like as long as we're under that. Yeah. Then where does it go to? Possibly there if you're lucky, or back only to there. I feel like that's a strong turning point. Maybe get like a 1.2 on that. Definitely seems to be going, but at the same time I feel like it's just a false. Movement. Ooh, it's such a tough call actually, you know. It's potentially only going to come back up to there if it carries on. Can't see it going all the way. Let's come back to it. Euro USD. That one's going a little bit. Okay. Euro JIP is done exactly the same thing as the USD. It's had a little surge, correction, and it's back to that point. Pound is breaking down. Okay. Oh boy, look at that. So is the USD just having a quick collapse, is it? Christ, yeah. That would explain why the euro shot up as well. And to be fair, this candle was an entry signal. I just didn't trust it being that close to it. I was right for about an hour. That's 4 candles there. 4 candles. 2 Ronnies, that is. It broke down. Mind you, the thing is, you look left, you can see USD is just having a little. Yeah, because that's. Oh. Shiffy jippy. Oh boy, look at that, it's gone, isn't it? Yeah, where'd you go to it though? I feel like it's too much of a move. Too much of a move. Like you could put here to here, maybe. Still, it's only at 1.2. That's if it comes all the way back down in 4 minutes. Then if it comes back down in 4 minutes, it's at that point of just carrying on coming back down. Ooh, I don't like it. Ooh, that's what that is. That's an Unoit. I've just realised I've drawn all of that off your screens. Oh my god. I might have to just find a way that I can. Oh, what if I do? Do that. Yeah. There we go. He's got it sussed. Dual screen it. That's the one, yeah. Mm-hmm. Smarty. Mm-mm. Yeah, look, I can't trust it. Yeah, you're just gonna have to suffer with the blue box around it, or at least the blue line there, because I'm on dual screen. It highlights what one you're on. Just be that blue line across the top. It doesn't look offensive, so. Question is, are we going to trade? I don't know. I don't feel confident with it. Yeah. I mean, I do suspect that it's going to go. Because the euro. Oh wow, look at that. Euro Swiss. That's push down for the last minute. The JPY is broken. Question is, where does it go? Oh, didn't want to do that. I'm going to do that one instead. Then the JPY. So where do you want me to stop? 39,526. Do we trust it? Let's go for it. I mean, the stop. Oh, that's a long one, isn't it? I think that just overguns the stop loss. Where are we taking it? So I feel like it's just, yeah, still not a good ratio. I mean, you could actually, we'll go to here and we'll see. Yeah, cool. Would we enter on? 535, wasn't it? Okay, so it's still going, but we didn't enter this one. So I'm going to move it there so that we know we didn't. Take that in blue. I mean, there's potential it's going to come down to carry on, but it's turned, it's broke through. It's past that resistance to an extent. $1,415. See that being achievable. Yeah, so I do 1415, but we step. We'll have an alert there. So that's about halfway, yeah? We'll have the alert about halfway up. If we break into that, we'll watch the market move stop losses. Yeah, I feel like that's right. I feel that's the right thing to do. Definitely a bit overzealous with the stop loss being down here. We're not trading on the hourly. I think that's really went. It's a little bit of a direction change. That is still pushing in. Did I? We should be alright on the Euro GP. Euro GP. Oh no, I want it on that one. I'm going to put it on my second chart monitor so I can see my open trade constantly. Good idea. It looks like we're staying here for a minute. The euro's going, isn't it? It's pushing. Jesus. I think the JPY was just a little bit loose, you know. We look at USD. No, okay. Maybe it was there. Maybe it's the Swiss that's a little bit loose. Yeah, it is. What's the euro done against it? Okay. Interesting. Might have to just take like 10 minutes or so. I need to like grab a drink and refresh and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'll do. There we go. Right, what do I want to do? I'm going to put that on blind and then take a look at this. We are in some profit. Let's just hold it in profit. We're instantly running out of steam. Should we see what was the other one was potentially going into here? That's not bad, look. Running something. This is a beat, mate. I'm pleased about that. I was definitely overzealous with my stop loss. I just realised that yeah, never mind. We'll see if we half close. Definitely got. Oh mate, that was an entry as well, I reckon, because it kind of did get. I got an entry signal on that. How did I not see that? Never mind. Finally got a bit of movement, a bit of activity this afternoon. Run through. So yeah, I got an entry for this one. And an entry for that one. Okay. Against the dollar. The dollar is obviously just having a quick spurt of weakness before the news, I assume. So the Euro USD one that I didn't take, I could have and should have taken. Never mind. Yeah, it's definitely having a spurt of weakness. Look at that, man. Let's have a look. This is where I got my entry. Stop loss would probably a bit. We normally aim for about 1.5, but I mean that's not bad because that's at that point. I'd be in some decent profit with that as well. I should have taken it. Should trust my signals. Never mind. Four trades all gone in favour from the signals. Silly Billy. I only took one. I mean, there is a risk of over. Look at that go. Should have taken it. True story. You never want to over trade, but still. The one we're in's doing well. Push it in. Never mind. Can't enter all of them at the same time. So I got the signal at the same time on 3, didn't I? So. Anything else? JPY, no. It's just this one. I mean, to be fair, I may have hesitated on that anyway, given that it's right on the trend line and right on the turning point. And at that point, this was still very much pointing down. Hadn't flattened out like it has now. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken that anyway, I don't think. This one, on the other hand, though, I clearly should have. I did read it correctly, but I mean, I was expecting a pullback. It has gone. The Euro's obviously having a bit of a burst. And again there, it's broke out, having a push up. Should have gone on that USD one. But we're in this one, so that's still good. I'll leave it and watch it go. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. That was definitely a missed opportunity. But just trusting the trend, isn't it? Because that was an entry point as well. It was a valid. I've got valid pullback and then a valid. No bother though, no bother. Can't dwell and you can't enter after the signals at risk. You can't enter halfway through a candle. This Euro USD is doing quite well though. I feel like it's going to top there though, if it does. Which does mean that this one's not got... Let's have a look. We've got a 10-minute delay on it, but this is the Japanese. The yen. Yen futures is definitely driving down. Broken through, but it is driving down. But it has flattened. So I feel like, although it's flattened, it's pushed up to here, got to the top and it's turned. 10 minutes we'll probably see that that candle will be red. Euro, yeah, has had a good push, that's why. I feel like Euro stagnated and the JP's probably pushed up slightly, which is why the trade stopped to that point. Yeah, the Euro's run out of steam. Can't believe that. The Aussie's obviously smashing it. Definitely, because it's make the Euro weak against it. British pound's kind of holding though. There's got to be strength in that. Yeah, should have taken that. Hit that point there now. I feel like on this we're probably going to half close if we get to that point. We can always close early, we'll make enough on it. Oh boy, look at that. How long we got? Oh. Literally a couple of minutes. I mean, I'm not sure what damage this is going to do. Posted by the Bank of Lithuania. International settlement. That's not good on the USD. Aussie is, yeah. Aussie's going alright. Oh, hold on a minute. It do be saying that I've got a subscriber, but it never popped up on the alert box. Test widget. Stop. Yeah, if I test it, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't pop up. No. Why is that? Everything is turned on. Well, that works. Yeah, so why is that not? It's all, yeah, so I know I've got it, it's set, it is set. Don't get why it doesn't show it. How do I go to advanced settings again? I've just made it simple, now I can't find it. Do I need to be on the... I need to be on like the Streamlabs desktop. Have a look. Dashboard, not desktop. Alert box. Don't do anything. Okay, yeah, that's what I want. Why did it not show then? So my channel has a subscriber. Why did it not work? Okay, next candle. I don't know what I've done. Alert box updated. How do I get back to? I've made it. Sucks. I've made my settings just as standard or general rather than advanced, and now I can't get back to the advanced page as the test. Okay, right, I found it. I see that. Okay. I don't know. But we've got movement. Things are starting to go. Anything happening here? Still going well at the minute. That's good. It's really annoying that I didn't get the subscriber notification. That's fine, we're still going. What's your USD doing? I bet it's like, yeah, it did get, okay. The Euro JPY is performing okay, which is good. I just don't understand why the alert box didn't go off. Right, let's do some tests. Works fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see? It all works. Done. Oh me. I'm just looking at all the different widgets and stuff. It's, I don't know. I mean, it may well have popped up while I was out, I suppose. It's just this. Maybe we might. Yeah. How do I? It's just the mini feed. Can I update my mini feed? Because that's from some old information sitting on that. Oh dear. What's this doing? It's turning red. well, I was right about that. The candle did turn red. Let's do that. Still pushing down. Not good. Is it pushing down on all the others? Yeah. Long wicking. Long wicking. It's driving down on that anyway. Yeah, the USD one has fallen. Back. It wants to go. It wants to go. I want to know, can I update my mini feed? I don't know, to be honest. Don't you be pushing that far down, mate. You better be turning around and going back up. We're in a long. Okay, so the channel's now got 3 subscribers. And I've had no notifications come up. But it works, because I can do that. Let's see what happens. I don't really want to watch a video. But yeah, this might tell me what I need to do. Oh, I'm not on. Okay, so we are pushing back up again. Well done. What's this? Make sure it's one. This is dropping this beat, bro. Log out, log back in. Okay, well I can't do that, I'm streaming. Oh, I wonder if alert box. No, it is on. It is on. But it's not showing in the mixer. It's on the required track. Just doesn't show it. I mean, this looks good though. I'm pleased about that. That can carry on. Even if the alert box isn't. There's potential that I might have to just like log out and restart everything for it to do. Yeah. Monitor only should work for the majority of people, but if you're monitoring a device, it's different. Yeah. Right click your alert box. Ooh, I wonder if that's it. I'm enjoying the fact that we're getting a nice big blue candle. Percent. What does that say? Only settings. Selected properties. It doesn't have it. Oh, here we go. Streamlabs controls. Audio. Control audio via that. Right click the box properties, tick. Does that mean that's going to work? Visual issues. I've got both, to be honest. Okay, so that's. I'm just going to say that's audio is done technically, and then now telling me to go to sources. Detect. By turning on or off, and it requires a restart, so I'm not going to do that. Let's keep it going. Let's keep pushing that up. I'll get to that setting. Got to ensure that unlimited is turned off. Yeah, it is turned off. And then that can be disabled on the dashboard. I have no idea what I'm doing. It is disabled on the dashboard. Oh, wrong theme. Could be theme. I'll go to the theme. Manage theme. I don't know if I've got the wrong theme, but I'm enjoying that this is still going. Yeah, look. Should have did it. You should have did it. Sucks, man. Still, at least you're in one. Right. So what does this say about? You got the wrong widget theme. Ensure it's correct widget theme selected. Well, they're all just. Oh. That doesn't. Yeah, set to default anyway. No change detected. Because there isn't. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't work. It should work. From what I can see, everything that's telling me to do is everything that's set up because that's what it was. No, he's right, because I've got duration, I've got everything, it's fading in and out, it's... I didn't get any audio then. Oh, now it's... Properties. Okay. I wonder if you've got audio. Oh, that's what I wanted to do, man. Let's test it. All I can do is test the detonation. Wow, that stays on for a while, doesn't it? Why is that on for so long? Okay, I'll just leave it as it is. But now the sound isn't coming through my earphones. The question is it coming through? Let's watch. I don't know if I've got the wrong theme, but I'm enjoying that this is... Play. No, he's right, because I've got duration, I've got everything, it's fading in and out, it's... Oh! I didn't get any audio then. But you did on the stream, so that's fine. I need audio. I need audio because I need to hear. That needs to be on monitor and output. Let's save it there. Yes. Now let's test. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I've done I had confirmation of... I had no confirmation of subscribers. Ah, there we go. That's just a replay though. That's not. Right, but we'll leave it as it is, man. We'll leave it as it is. What's the rest of it? I feel like we are. I was going to say running out of steam, but it's definitely coming back, isn't it? I don't know whether to just take the earnings or not. Yeah, I might put a trailing stop on it. I am tempted. I could just move the stop to about here, like at this level. I mean, it's very close to the actual price action, but it guarantees the win. And makes enough money for me, so... Just compared to the others though, you can see, I mean, that's about to top out. That's a good drive. That's about to top out. It's just sitting in its range doing what it's doing. So I feel like we are getting, I think here is going to be, that's going to be the exit. And we've got on the candle 6 minutes. It's just nice to have a bit of movement. I'm gutted about this one. Should have done it. Like I was bottling it the whole time when I was watching this. I was explaining my logic as well, but sometimes it breaks. Because when this broke, I got a second entry. So I got an entry on this candle and an entry on this candle. And at that point it was broke. So that I should have entered, but this is where I entered on the Euro Jiffy. Look, if it surges once again, I'm gonna take the half close it. Definitely trying to run out of steam. See on all of them, it's pulling back, pushing up. Again, Euro, the USD there. That one's wicked. Yeah. 5 minutes on it. We'll see what happens for 5. It could turn around, but hopefully it stays blue and keeps pushing. Oh, he says as it turns red. What's it doing? Why is it doing that? No. Oh, well, there you go. I have to say that's that, isn't it? Yep. Do we believe though? Because that's pushing back up. We have 1 o'clock. 30. Driving down, isn't it? Wants it. Oh, look at that. You knew it was there. Why did you? What's it gonna do? I feel like I just don't trust it. It's like almost like the US market's opening now, so. Let's just see. Well, there you go. Final profits have been taken, to be honest, because that's just dipped down below that candle, so. Gutted, really. I lost half of it. Still a win. I lost half the profit that I could have had. So just looking at the Streamlabs stuff, it's just telling me I've got to log out and log in and log out. Right, what is this? Trade closed is what it is. Out there. I'm gutted at myself, to be honest. I knew it was turning around. I said it was turning around. Christ, look at that. I don't need that, do I? Because I didn't even enter it. Proof of concept. Well, we'll take the win. Happy with that. Do a lot more. You watch it, it'll just go charging now. From the 2 trades that I've taken today, yeah, I've taken half the money that I could have, but both were wins with solid growth in the account, so it's good. I'm just going to take it out. I'm going to remove that as well. I don't want to know if it hits it and I could have made more money. Right, anyway, I'm going to have to finish my stream up now anyway. So, yeah, not sure when the next one's going to be, but next time we're at the desktop rather than the laptop, we'll be sure to come on. So, cheers everybody.